Did you see? Another Trump nominee stumbling through confirmation hearings. This time, it's Pam Bondi who's being considered for Attorney General.
The 14th Amendment. Now, you've testified repeatedly to this committee that you will uphold the laws of this country and defend the Constitution of the United States. Do you believe birthright citizenship is the law of the land, and will you defend it regardless of a child born in the United States, regardless of their parents' immigration status?
Senator, I will study birthright citizenship. I would love to meet with you regarding birthright citizenship. Can I answer the
serve
question?
as the Attorney General of the United States, and you still need to study the 14th Amendment of the Constitution? That is not helping me have more confidence in your ability to do this job.
That's right. She wants to be Attorney General, but she needs to start studying the Constitution before she can answer some questions. So she doesn't know about birthright citizenship? It's pretty easy. You're born here, you're a citizen. Easy, right? Wrong. It gets worse.
Who won the 2020 presidential election?
Joe Biden is the President of the United States.
Ms. Bondi, you know that there is a difference between acknowledging it and, I can say that Donald Trump won the 2024 election. I may not like it, but I can say it. You cannot say who won the 2020 presidential election. Okay. It's disturbing that you can't give voice to that fact.
Yeah, she can't even admit that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. She's an election denier. She's an ally of Donald Trump's, and she wants to be neutral. Sure, just like she was giving this speech and turning her attention to Hillary Clinton.
Donald Trump will stop it. Lock her up. I love that. Stay with me.
Well, that's not good footage for a potential Attorney General to have out there, saying that the opponent of the candidate that she supports should be locked up. And Senator Blumenthal summarizes the hearing best with this.
I have to say also, really troubled, deeply disturbed by some of your responses and non-responses to the question that you've been asked today. You say the right things, that you're going to be the people's lawyer. That's what you have to say to be here. But I believe being the people's lawyer means you have to be able to say no to the President of the United States. You have to speak truth to power. You have to be able to say that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. You dodged that question.
Yes, Senator Blumenthal, we are all deeply disturbed. Watching this clown show move forward with all of the nominees that are all loyalists to Donald Trump is deeply disturbing. And it's going to be entertaining for those people who don't get caught up in the web of this new Department of Justice and whatever else comes with it. Pam Bondi she's so disturbing that she's worse than Bill Barr. Remember Bill Barr? Bill Barr, at least in 2020 at the elections, told Donald Trump that it wasn't a rigged election. There was not enough voter fraud for it to be overturned, and told Trump, you lost. At least he had the wherewithal, I would say courage. You don't need courage to tell somebody to their face, you lost. The whole world saw. Trump knows he lost. He has said he lost. The Jack Smith report just came out saying that he saw, that witnesses saw Donald Trump say while watching TV, can you believe I lost to this guy? And he was talking about Joe Biden. So Trump knows he lost, and yet Pam Bondi and all these other cuckoos will not admit that Trump lost. And then Pam Bondi is supposed to be a neutral, a fair Department of Justice. Because what they've done is, you see what the Republicans have done, what MAGA Republicans have done is they call it's the pot calling the kettle black. Because what they do is they reverse what they are doing, and they accuse the other side of doing it. So when Jack Smith was investigating Donald Trump's involvement in the insurrection on January 6th, and he was also investigating the classified documents case and there was other cases against Donald Trump, Donald Trump kept saying, they're coming after me. If they come after me, that means they'll come after you. No, they won't. No one's going after. And if you don't commit a crime, no one's coming after you. And Donald Trump committed a crime, and then he turned around and said that the Biden Department of Justice is weaponized. And so with that said, they're saying that Biden was weaponized. Biden sent the DOJ after Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump famously in the campaign, in his election, in interviews, he said that he's going to go after some of his enemies. And the person that needs to go after those enemies would be Pam Bondi. She would be in charge of allowing her departments and others to go after these people. So they want to go after Liz Cheney. They want to go after Adam Schiff. They want to go after Kinzinger. They want to go after, you name it, anybody who Donald Trump feels that was disloyal to him or went after him. They want to go after Jack Smith, who was the independent counsel. So if you have Pam Bondi and she's not willing to admit that Trump lost the election, it's because she knows Donald Trump is watching. And she knows that she will not say no to Donald Trump. There might be a moment where she goes, Mr. President, I don't think we should do this. But then Donald Trump says, no, I want you to go start digging into the late night talk show hosts. Let's go after them. That's what's going to happen. He's going to tell her, and she's going to go, all right, we'll do it. And then who does she go to? The director of the FBI, Kash Patel. It's a crap show. It's just not good. Does not look good. And the fact that she couldn't even answer that other question in the beginning from Senator Padilla of California, birthright citizenship. Everyone's known if you're born in America, you get the blue passport. I wasn't born in America. I was born in Iran. I had to take the citizenship exam to become a citizen. And I'm worried because they may turn around and go, you know what? Naturalized citizens, we're going to cancel that. They might. This is a very, very loose administration with the support of a Republican Senate and a Republican Congress that it's not looking good the next 4 years. It's going to be very, very disturbing in many, many ways because you and I, we will see things happen where we say, how could the people under Donald Trump agree to do this? Remember in the first administration, at least in his first administration, he had people that were the adults in the room. You had your Kelly, what was his name? The John Kelly, the chief of staff, who has said, he said, Trump would tell me to do X, Y, and Z, and I would say, sure, but I wouldn't do it because he knew that it was either unconstitutional or illegal or something that was not good. How about when Trump wanted his Secretary of Defense to famously shoot the protesters during the Black Lives Matter protests outside the White House? He's come out and said it. This guy was his Secretary of Defense. He's a Republican. He was a loyalist, but then he came out and said, I couldn't do it. This numbnut wanted me to shoot the protesters. There was also the general. What was his? General McMaster, I think. The general. All these people, or General Milley, one of these guys, they've all come out and said, look, I was in the room with this guy. He has the mind of a dictator, and he's a small-minded person, and he's a dangerous person. So as much as we like to make fun of how goofy he is and how, silly his dances and all that stuff, the truth is he's got such a small mind that he can be and is vindictive. We've seen that throughout his history. If you want to see what Donald Trump is going to do, look at his history. He's lied throughout his life. He lied to his wives. He lied to America. He lied when he got on the Fortune 500 or Forbes 500 list. I don't know if you've heard the story, but famously, he wasn't on the list, and then he called and pretended to be an assistant of some sort and gave the name Barron. Barron ends up being his son. Give the name Barron. Hey, this is Barron calling from Donald Trump's office. Yeah, he's got enough money. He should be on the list. Got him on the list. It was him. It's his voice. So this guy's been lying his whole life. He's vindictive his whole life. And it's not gonna be pretty. Maybe they go after Chris Christie. Who knows? Chris Christie turned on him. Maybe they go after him. Because you got Pam Bondi, who won't even admit that if you're born in America, you're American. Who won't even admit that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. She might even think that the earth is flat. That's who's going to be running your Department of Justice, ladies and gentlemen. I would not be surprised if she declared that the earth is flat. We're screwed. I'm comedian Maz Jobrani. I've got a special on YouTube. It's called The Birds and the Bees. I've got a special on Netflix. It's called Immigrant. Check them out. Let your friends know. If you like it, let your friends know. If you don't like it, keep it to yourselves. I'm also on tour. Come see me live. Bye.